wee heavy. Does that mean does that mean it makes you want to go for a wee wee? I'm whispering that because I don't want to say anything that would get my video demonetized in any sort of way or restricted from advertisements. Well, hello there, my beer brewing beauties. I'm Mr. Tom, and this is Brewmaster, the beer brewing simulator by Auroch Digital. This was released just this week, just a couple of days ago, in fact. And it is a very earnest simulator. It's not a joke. It's not one of those joke simulator games. It is a very earnest game, as it says right there in the title, about brewing beer. Well, I think I should just get on with it. I've already done the tutorials for this game, so this is going to be my first kind of actual dive into the game itself. So you just kind of start out in, I don't know. It's like it's not a house. It's not a house because it's just like this one room and the beer brewing kitchen, and that's about it. Oh, and there's like a tasting room back there. So I don't know. It's like a beer brewing studio, isn't it? What would you call it? But anyway, before I go any further, by the way, I should mention as well, just for the sake of letting you know, I am friends with the marketing lead on this game for Auroch, and Auroch did provide me a key to the game. I did not pay for it myself. But having said that, they are not demanding anything of me whatsoever. I don't think I even have to make any videos or anything. They're just like, yeah, you know. So, but take that as you will. Basically, take that as you will. This is the first season after the tutorial, and basically what you have to do is pick up. See, here we go. A fresh season is upon us, brewer, and that can only mean one thing: a new issue of the Quarterly. What's your favourite tipple? I've always been partial to an IPA, and there just so happens to be a job in this issue to brew a hop-heavy beer. Sometimes being an editor pays off. How about trying your hand at an IPA? This'll meet the hoppy requirements of the job, as well as making this old man happy. 2 birds with 1 brew. Our job is to brew a beer of the category IPA. So, there we go. So we can actually look through this magazine here. It has 2 jobs available, so a tragically good brew. Community Theatre Group are planning a daring musical interpretation of Faust and have requested a brew packed with German hops to accompany opening night. So basically the requirements for that one is a small batch, which is what we'll be doing anyway. Use at least 1 hop from Germany, and well, for a bonus, carbonation is at least 2. Jest tip: if a recipe doesn't include German hops, try throwing them in anyway. To increase carbonation, add more corn sugar before final conditioning phase. Or the second job is hop to it. To celebrate the creation of a new community garden, the organisations are looking for a beer that shows off the importance of hops in brewing. The more bitter, the better. As in that case, the IBU has to be at least 20. The IBU is the bitterness of beer, which is measured in international bittering units. There you go, you learn something every day, don't you? But I am going to go with the Faust one. I don't know, it just sounds cooler, basically. So we're going to track that job. If we go to the recipes section, we've got 2 recipes here. We've got this one here. Weissbier. Dunkel's Weissbier. That sounds about right. Probably isn't. What's on the next page? Or New England IPA. Do you know what? I'm going to pin the instructions for the IPA. But as the job states here, if a recipe doesn't include German hops, try throwing them in anyway. I'm going to try and do that, basically. Because all we need is 1 hop from one hops from Germany. But if we go up to the top here and go to pinned recipes, I'll show you what you need to buy. So we're going to chocolate Steepable. Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're going to add that to cart. We're going to buy that one. The North American Ale Yeast. We're going to go with that as well. We've got the malt extract. We need the wheat malt extract now. We've already got the corn sugar. Now, I've not bought the this one. We're actually going to swap out for a different sort of hop, I think. Oh, so I'm going to look for German hops, basically. So I'm going to go with the how do we say this? The Holledauer tradition. Basically, because the flavours are crisp and clean and fruit and spice, and I think that would probably go nicely. So we're going to buy those. Indeed. Right, so exit out of this. Exit out of the magazine, and oh my god, they've been delivered magically, instantly. So if we look in now, I've bought all sorts. You can see up on the right hand side there, we got the actual what we have to do to make this beer. So the first thing we got to do is get the brew pot, which I've cleaned out previously. You know what? Let's clean it anyway. Place it in the sink, then we're going to turn on the tap. And that's running the water. And if we look at the pot, it'll tell you how much we got inside of there. So it's going to take it's going to take a couple of minutes to do this. But if we press T, we open our watch, and it's a special time traveling watch. So, and it can increase the speed up to, let's go up to 100 times. Oh, I've gone too far now. Oh well, that's fine. Turn the tap off. We now have 22 litres instead of 21. That's not a problem. Pick it up. Press E, and then we can just pour the water out. Put it on the kitchen hob. First thing we need to do, add the malt extract. Where was that? Was that the... Yeah. Here we go. We take it over to there. We pour it in. And you just use the mouse wheel, basically, to pour it in. Now, it wants 3 kilograms. We only have 3 kilograms in this tub, so... Get the other one out from the bar at the bottom there. And do the same, but I only want 600 grams this time. Yeah, here we go. So we're going to pour around 600. Hopefully I'll get it on the nose. No! Oh, that was a bit too much. Well, never mind. Add steepable grain to brew container. So 100 grams. Confirm. And then you just place it in there, see? Next step. We heat the wort, which is this, until boiling. So again, just press E on the kitchen hob, that turns it on. And if we look at the pot again, we can see the information about it, and we can see the temperature rising there in centigrade. And again, we'll just use the magic watch to fast forward time. Remove the grain, which we shall. I'm just throwing it in the bin because we're done with it now. Add the hops to boil for 50 minutes. So this is kind of like the base hops. This is going to be one of the main flavours of it, I believe. So we're going to need to leave that for 50 minutes. And then we're going to add the Huntsman's Flight as well. So that goes in. And then we boil that for another 10 minutes. So just watch the watch at the bottom. Right, remove the hops from the brew. And then we have to cool the wort, which is this, to 20 degrees, which is room temperature. So to do that, we're just going to go to the calendar, select that, and advance 1 day. That's all we need to do. There we go. Down to 20 degrees. Transfer to the fermentation container. Did I get that ready? There it is. So we're going to pick this up, and this is going to go on the table. Remove the lid with the V key and pour the mixture into it. Now this is boiled off a little bit, so there's only 18 litres of this in here. That's alright, we're going to sort that out in a second. Stop pouring. So we're going to take this over to the sink and just put another 3 litres in. Right. There it goes. We need to add yeast. Retrieve that. Pour that in. It just rips the packet open for you. Again, mouse wheel. Pour it all in. Just the whole packet. And then you ferment at room temperature for 15 days. So, put the lid back on. Go to the calendar. And then add 15 days to it. Advance. See? This is easy, isn't it? No problem. And now we want to add corn sugar. There we go. We want to stick 160 in there. Oh, oh, oh. 160. Let's go for a bit more. Yeah. Okay, that's a bit more sugary. But you can do what you want, really. So what you got to do is this barrel goes on a lower surface. I'm going to pick up the tubing. I'm going to remove the lid from here. Then E connects the tube from there to there. You don't get to see the tube, it's just like a dotted line. That's fine. Open tube. Then very slowly that drains from there into there. You can see it all going. It says show X-ray there, by the way, if you press G. But it's not a proper X-ray, it is just literally more detailed. So if you really wanted to get into it, it tells you like the IBU, you know, the business units, and the gravity? Specific gravity? I don't know what that means. Or the proteins. I mean, this will mean something to actual brewers, I'm sure. If you want to get serious about it, you can go pretty heavy into the stats. This is like Football Manager, but for beer brewing. Detach the tube. Put that down there, and then we'll put the lid back on. Don't forget to click next on the thing. And then we've got to condition this for 21 days. Back to the calendar again. You've got to be very patient to make beer. 21 days, advance. That, my friends, is our finished beer, hopefully. So the last thing to do is taste and package the beer. So, oh, I went the wrong way. We go through here instead. We've got the pumps here, so press E to taste. That apparently is our IPA with German hops. So immediately it tells you the colour of it from pale to dark. So it's not particularly pale ale, is it? Clarity extremely hazy. Clarity is affected by protein, dissolved ingredients, sugars, and contamination. So the taste is going towards malty and sweet rather than hoppy and bitter. And then we get a bigger breakdown of the taste here. So, crisp, we got it crisp and clean, malty and sweet, fruited spice, and a little bit of hoppy and bitter, but it's not at all smoky. I don't know what off means. Does that just mean it's off? Dark and roasted, not at all sour and tart. And the aroma and flavour notes. We've got tropical fruit, we've got citrus, we've got grapefruit, floral, lemon, plus 8 more. Tiny bit of chocolate, tiny bit of coffee. Whoa, the alcohol by volume is 7.56%. This is good. This will kick your ass. That's brilliant. Coming to medium bitterness. It's a very heavy body. Why not? Would you drink this? I don't. Oh god, I've just noticed. Wee heavy. Does that mean what I think it means? Listen, I've got to admit, I know very little about beer, and I know even less about actually brewing beer. I'm coming at this as a complete, as a complete novice. Wee heavy. Does that mean? Does that mean? Does that mean it makes you want to go for a wee wee? I'm whispering that because I don't want to say anything that would get my video demonetized in any sort of way or restricted from advertisements. I would like to, I'd like to make money off this channel. But is that what that means? Anyway, it's a New England IPA. So we need to pick a name for this fine beer. I'm gonna call it the Bum Kicker because it's 7 point whatever it was % alcohol. So I'm gonna go for long neck. The different glasses. This one for the IPAs. There it is. It's not at all pale. Maybe I should have just followed the recipe. I'm going to go... Do you know what? I'm going to go even more off-piste for this next one. And then the label editor. So you can just choose a template, you know, like this. But I think we shall go for our own custom design. So if let's go for that sort of gem shape one. Illustration. I think at the bottom, I think there's the one I want, which is texture. We can choose all sorts of different ones. Instead, we're going for the beaker. Sure, I mean, why not, you know? And it's gonna, yeah, add really kind of attractive green. You know, yeah, real dark, yeah. Background texture. Ooh, hello. This appears to be changing absolutely nothing at all. Did I mess this up somehow? No, I don't think so. It's just not doing anything. Oh well, we'll leave that there. Change the beer name text. So, what's the worst font I can use for this one? There's not many to choose from. We'll go for the Dragonstone. There we go. Scale it up a bit. Yeah. Rough it up, baby. I'll move it up. In fact, we're going to move it up to the top. Scale this one up. Yeah, 7.6%. We really want to kind of let people know that this bum kicker beer is you're gonna get your bum kicked, basically. I'm slightly disappointed that I couldn't get the background to change on this thing, but we're gonna go ahead with it anyway and submit this beer. Submitting basically will send it off. We will lose the beer, and we will just keep one bottle of it for display. So we are going to send it to this community theatre group who wanted the German hops one, so yeah. And the bonus requirement is met as well. So we get points in mastery there, and also beer tokens, which can be used to purchase items in the catalogue. I'll come to that in a second. And then bonus 1 extra mastery. You'll see, they love that. Yay! I'm a home brewer. I got in some extra beer tokens and a Brewmaster magnet. You know where the magnet's going, don't you? First and foremost, let's take our bum kicker. We're gonna take it out there. There's the first one I brewed. It's the only one I've kept because we didn't have anyone to send it to. So have some Black as Night. But if you look on the shelf, I have made 3 beers previously, and that can go right next to them. So we have the bum kicker. We have, what was this one again? Ale Be Back. We have Stout Lad. Don't give me that. And then there's the Black as Night, because that was a real dark ale. Let's make another one. Let's see. If we go read the Brewers Quarterly. What was the other job again? We're going to track this job, the hop to it. I'm going to try and make a nice pale IPA. What do you reckon? Do you think I'm going to be able to manage it? Store roll. Okay. So we just got that magnet. Let me talk to you about spending money. We can actually spend it on cosmetics if you want. Let's buy a pumpkin. Add that to cart. Frame pictures. There's only a few to choose from now. I know there's going to be more later on because I know my friend's dog is going to be here somewhere. And it's none of those, I'll tell you this much. We'll just buy the pumpkin for now. And the pumpkin, my friends, is going to live... Where should we stash the pumpkin? Let's just put it on the table here. So, how do I do that? A H to build. Item menu with O. Oh, wait, hold on. I've not retrieved... We'll try that again. H to build. There we go. I'll get used to this game yet. So, just a pumpkin right in the middle of the desk. And also, we go over to the fridge. I'm going to press H. No, press O to go to the options. We're in here. got off the fridge magnet. We're just going to slap it on the fridge. Here. Go. Lovely, look at that. Hey. I bought that earlier as well. This kind of makes me want to get into beer brewing. Do you think maybe I could brew a beer? There we go, that'll do. We know it's going to evaporate off anyway. Pour the whole thing in. Let's go. Yeah, malty. Look at that. I always fear it's going to overflow, but I think we're alright. I think we're okay. We're kind of near the top. And then we're going to pour, how much was it? 600 grams of this in. Whee! Oh, we are overflowing. Oh, we're definitely overflowing. Well, never mind. You can see it. You can see it reducing down now because the water's evaporating off. Bang that in there, and then boil that for 50 minutes. So, what's that? That'll be around here. No, keep going. Here. Here. There we go. That'll do. And then that's another 10 minutes, so here we go. You ready? Hell yeah, you are. There we go. I'm actually going to put this in the sink and top it up a bit. Cool. Transfer to the fermentation container. Here we go. I'm going to pour it in. What could go wrong? Absolutely nothing. Add yeast. North American Ale 1. What would happen? What would happen if I added more yeast? I'm going to go for it. We're going to add two things of yeast. Oh, do you know what? I poured it into the wrong thing anyway. We're going to add even more yeast. Alright, can I put that down there? Tell you what, no, wrong button. Pour this one into here. Alright. Do you know what? That's fine. That's fine. Will anything come out? It says there's something in there. Yeah, it says something got poured out of that. So, had that. We've got a ton of yeast in there now. We're going to ferment it for 15 days. We're going to ferment it for 20 days. I want to see... No, we're going to ferment it for 25 days. I want to see what happens. If anything. The X-ray. See, again, the ABV is 7.4%. I've got a strong beer that I don't know. Is it meant to be strong? Can I check the... I go in, right, and check the recipe. What's the ABV? Oh, the ABV is meant to be 7%, so... The alcohol by volume. Well, do you know what? That's fine then. 7.8%. 7.08%, and we're currently at 7.4%, so we're over. That's fine. That's fine. And we're going to add corn sugar. 160 grams. I've got a sweet tooth. I want more than that. There we go, 200 grams. Why not? No, actually. Yeah, another 90 grams in. Alright. Transfer to conditioning container. So we need to go get one of those. Condition for 21 days. Put the lid back on. I'll get this yet. I'm going to put this on the shelf. Oh, only finished beers can be placed in the keg rack. Boo! I thought maybe if I put it in the dark room and stuff that'll affect it some. Do you know what? We'll just leave it there on the side. Whatever. Whatever. 32. It said 21. I don't care. Again, it's really dark. What have I done to it? It's very fizzy. Extremely hazy clarity. I think it's because I put loads of sugar in it and stuff. I did put a load of yeast in, so that might have affected it a little bit. Do you think it's gonna meet the requirements? I think it will. Despite the fact it's not a pale ale. Like 8.25%. I thought the original was a bum kicker, but this is something else entirely. Very heavy. Very heavy. Because I put a load of yeast in, probably. Again, it's 58% wee heavy. Oh, it actually tells you what that means. Bold, rich, malt-forward caramel taste without cloying weight. The Wee Heavy is deceptively drinkable strong beer with a complex flavour profile that showcases malt at the expense of hops. An alcohol warm finish contrasts well with the overall malty sweetness. New England IPA. Hops and more hops. Expect a smooth body with tropical fruit and mouth-watering citrus, but with much less bitterness than an American IPA. Malts might present a light toastiness, but this style is all about the hops and the haze. So the colour does not match, the gravity does not match, the carbonation does not match because it's far too carbonated. The flavour notes don't match, and the body doesn't match. But apart from that, it's a New England IPA, you know, so who am I to say? The game says it is, so I'm going to call it the Oh Dear, because this was not my intended result. Although I said that, but I purposely went wrong on it. And we'll just give it a... Oh, there we go. We called it the Oh Dear. So we'll give it the dear. There we go. Yeah, that's great. Oh Dear, New England IPA. I'm going to take a screenshot of that. Boop. And submit it for the job. And they were very happy with it. Look, you see, batch size is small. IBU is at least 20. Bonus requirement, IBU is at least 30. I got it way over that. I've got extra money for that. And a magnet, a Garden Brews magnet. So I'm well happy with that. I got a labeled bottle of Oh Dear beer. And I think that about sums up my efforts in this game. Oh dear. But yeah, as we look up to the night sky on this late fall evening, in game anyway, I shall say to you, this is Brewmaster, out now on PC through Steam. You were looking at about 15 quid, I think it was. Currently 10% off in its launch window. Not out on any consoles yet, although Auroch say they are going to be releasing it on PlayStation, Xbox and Switch, so you'll be able to play it on your console of choice, basically. But yeah, I'm kind of in on this game. Like I say, I don't know anything about brewing beer. I'll drink anything you put in front of me, so I do not have a discerning palate. But if you want like a... I called it an earnest sim before. It is an earnest game. It is a... I don't want to call it serious because... Well, it is kind of serious, isn't it? But... If you want like a simulator, an actual simulator game, not like your Goat Simulator or anything, but if you want an actual simulator game about making beer, and you can get stat heavy with it, and make all sorts of different beers, then this is going to be the game for you, I think. It looks like you'll be able to, I'm doing small batches at the moment. Obviously, you'll be able to do larger batches, so I assume you can upgrade and have all sorts of equipment on the go. If that's the sort of thing that appeals to you. I'm enjoying it. I'm going to play it some more now. But I shall leave you there. I will say thank you very much if you've watched this far through. If you could give it a like, if you could leave a comment, help the old algorithm, that would be great. If you want to subscribe, you're not already, that would be even better. I don't know, do people still say ring the bell? If you could ring the bell for me, that would be great. But once again, this is Brewmaster. Thank you very much. Have a good one and enjoy brewing some beer. Alright? See you later now. Bye bye.